All right, guys, so here is my Indiana Jones slash Adventurers collection. And you may have noticed the LEDs, which were not here last time. And a few weeks ago, I set those up, and it's really made the shelves pop. So, yeah, I guess we'll start with the Raider stuff, because that's what I have the most sets from. So, over here is the temple from the beginning of the movie. You can see Jock over there on his plane. There is Satipo down there. He just got stabbed. You know, the boulder. I don't have Indiana Jones in here. He's out here. One of 12 Indiana Joneses on this shelf. There's Belloc holding the idol. Very cool. That was the last figure that I needed to complete the Indiana Jones collection. I've got the Uha Warrior from Crystal Skull to substitute as a Javitos tribe guy. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Over here we've got the Cairo ambush, and yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. There is a custom of Captain Katanga that I made. I think it's pretty cool. There's Indy pointing the pistol at the Cairo swordsman, you know, killing that guy pretty quick. There's Marion back there hiding in a barrel. There's the German punchy guy. There's some kind of masked guy. There's a camel. Down here is what I've used as Indy holding the Staff of Ra. And there's like the little city. It's pretty puny, pretty bad mock, honestly. But, you know, I just kind of wanted to put him with something because I didn't have anything for him to do. Over here is the Temple of the Ark, the Well of Souls. And I really like this set. You can see Indy down there, some snakes. Up here is a custom white suit Belloc, and there's a German soldier throwing Marion down into the hole. You can see Sala just got out of the hole, and that's the one of two Salas that I have, two custom Salas. Next up is the Truck Chase, which is one of my favorite sets from all of Indiana Jones. I love these two vehicles. They just have a really good build, or they both have really good builds. There's an Indy back there on a horse. There's this opening the Ark mock that I made, and I did a showcase on it. The only thing that I've done to change it is I added these lightning pieces all over the place. So like when the lightning shoots through everybody, and yeah, I think that effect actually looks pretty good. I just kind of have them holding the lightning pieces, but from most angles you can't really tell, and I think it looks pretty cool. There's Indy and Marion up there, and then over here is Belloc, Dietrich, and Major Tote. And Tote's face is melting, if you can see that, and Belloc screaming, you know, pretty cool. Is that it for Raiders? I think that's it for Raiders. So I have 4 of the 5 sets. I do actually have the Fight on the Flying Wing, but I don't have that one built. So yeah, I guess we'll just keep looking at the sets for now. For Temple of Doom, I've only got this set. It's the Shanghai Chase. I love these two vehicles. They both look really cool. You got the gangsters in there, both of them. And then you got Willie, Indy up there, and Short Round. You know, pretty cool. One of my favorite sets. Down here I put George Lucas and Steven Spielberg, the men in charge. And that's just the official Steven Spielberg, and then a custom George Lucas based on the official. I don't have that gray hair piece. It's just very expensive, so I took a I don't know what you would call that piece, but it was on Count Dooku, the Clone Wars version, and I shaved it down. I think it looks okay. I think it represents George's hair pretty decently. So that's it for Temple of Doom. For Last Crusade, I've only got one set as well, and it is the motorcycle chase. So you got Indy and his dad there, Henry Jones, a German back there, and then in here, I don't know if you can see very well, but that's a custom Elsa figure in her like German, like I don't even know, her like military attire from the end of the movie. I did a showcase with her in it. So that's it for Last Crusade. And then for Crystal Skull, I've just got the Jungle Cutter. I've got an extra one of those motorcycle chase things back there. And then there's Mutt's motorcycle from the Chinchilla set. And there's an Indian there, and he does have painted eyebrows, but I really doubt you can see that. There's Irina Spalko and one of my crystal skulls. And there's a Russian inside there also. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll go over and look at the minifigures next. So here's the minifigures from Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, and Crystal Skull. I'll just kind of go through here. Couple customs, the Grail guys. There's a Last Crusade indie. There's Donovan, the official Elsa, Marcus Brody, Sala. That's Indy with the tie-on from Last Crusade. There's Henry Jones Sr. For Temple of Doom stuff, we've got the Thuggies over here. We got Indy, Short Round, Willie, and Mola Ram, the big bad. For Crystal Skull, there's an extra Spalko, one of the Chinchilla Warriors. I don't know if that's what they're called, but that's what I remember them, or what I remember that set being called. There's Dovchenko back there. There's Harold Oxley, Mutt. That's Mac right there. It's not a great custom, but decent. And then there's Marion. And yeah, that's it for Indiana Jones. Now we'll take a look down at the Adventurer stuff, which is pretty small for sure. I don't have a whole lot of sets. I've really only got 2 good ones here, like 2 actual sets, and then the rest are just vehicles. Like back there, there's a pontoon plane. There's a little raft, like polybag set. But this is Tigera's Roar, which is an awesome set. You can pull out that bridge. All those 1x4s collapse. Such a cool set. I love that Tigera figure also. And then Oasis Ambush, another cool set that I really like. One of the first sets that I ever got. Here's the Adventurers minifigs. You can't see them too great. I'll kind of position them differently. Johnny Thunder, Dr. Kilroy, Pippin Reed, Harry Kane, Mike, Alexis Sinister, Pharaoh Hotep. That's Baron Von Baron, Sam Sinister, Senor Palomar, and Rudo Villano. So that's pretty cool. Back here, these are some figures that were going to be used in an Adventurer stop motion that I never did, called The Search for Anubis. But I wanted to put them on this display in some way because I loved that idea for a stop motion. I really wish I had gotten to make it at some point, but never did. So yeah, I put those characters. This character was going to be called Jack Stone, based on the Jack Stone 4+ sets that were from like 2002-ish, 4-ish, I don't know. These guys over here are the Dino Attack characters, but they've all been modified slightly. They were going to appear as like a small task force that was like friends with the Adventurers. That was like an idea that I had. And then back here, this is one of the cooler things I think out of the Adventurers setup, and it's this car. So there's a Dr. Kilroy in here, but he's not like referred to as Dr. Kilroy. There's actually a video called Egyptian Holiday, and I bet a lot of you guys have probably seen it. This thing always breaks. Let me get that on real quick. There we go. So this guy, I think his name is Sam, the guy with the Han Solo shirt on there. And then there's the Doctor, and then I don't remember what this guy's name was. But these 3 are in that video. The torso's wrong on him, but I did want to recreate those guys because I love that video. One of my favorite stop motions ever. And then back here is a character from History Lego Man. He's now known as Mustache Maniacs Film Co. They did some Adventurers videos back in like 2008 and 2010. And I absolutely love those. And that's what really got me into the theme. And this guy's name was Patrick. And he was a henchman of the villain. So yeah, I just want to do a little car full of YouTube-specific characters. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But I'm pretty happy with this collection. I think it's pretty cool. I really love that I got all of the Indiana Jones figures. And I pretty much made every character that I wanted Lego to make that they never made. I pretty much made all of them into customs at some point. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little long, but yeah, I'll be doing a few more collection videos, and then I'll be logging off for a little while. I don't know how long, but we'll see. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.